Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Decoding Now and I'm Meghna Deka. Well, tonight we decode not just a film, but a phenomenon. Jana Nayagan, Vijay's swan song, a farewell that has blurred the lines between cinema, politics and mass emotion. But will this be the biggest film since Bahubali? Can it actually recreate the magic of cinematic excellence? Well, adding to the fan frenzy, the fact that this isn't just merely the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's 69th film, it's also his final bow to the silver screen. The next big hit, like Bahubali, many have projected. In fact, after all, for the first time in India, a sitting Chief Minister is going to be headlining a theatrical blockbuster. A man who went from being a real Janagan to becoming the real Janagan for millions of people who brought him to power, to the helm of affairs of Tamil Nadu. The road to this release has been anything but ordinary. Censor hurdles, allegations of piracy, political speculation and conspiracy theories. But as the team Jana Nayagan says, tougher the battle, louder the victory. Well, tonight we are going to decode why has one film brought Kollywood to a standstill? Why are fans treating it like a festival? And why is this far from just a goodbye to one of India's biggest stars? We decode the business, the politics, the fandom and the legacy behind Jana Nayagan. The film that's not just ending a cinematic journey, but perhaps beginning an even bigger political one. But let's begin first with why this is more than just a film. Let's decode the numbers there of the screenings and the number of tickets sold so that you understand the extent of why this seems to be one of the biggest films that's going to come, perhaps even bigger than Bahubali. Well, there you have it. The numbers speak louder than itself. First day, first show, which is going to be tomorrow. It hasn't even released. How much has it actually made? 14.94 crore rupees is the opening day pre-sales. This is how much they've already managed to rake in. 6.45 lakh tickets have been sold, and this is nationwide. There are 9,000 screens which are going to be playing Jana Nayagan across India. This is the Tamil 2D version, which alone has an earning of 14.69 crore rupees. The Tamil 2D versions. It is, of course, translated into other languages as well. The top sales contributor is, however, the Tamil 2D version. Chennai, well, no surprises there, is going to be the top pick for this film because so far in the first day sales, the biggest collections are coming in from the city of Chennai. Also, when it comes to pre-booking, it's 2.66 crores that they've already raked up in the pre-bookings. 82% occupancy. That is the occupancy rates which this film Jana Nayagan has shown. And there are going to be 550 shows across the city that are going to be played of Jana Nayagan. This is the first day, first show. Jana Nayagan is clearly roaring, and how? Not only in Tamil Nadu, but even in other states. Let's get you a glimpse of how state-wise this film is expected to really rake in the moolah. Tamil Nadu version, well, there is a revenue of 14.69 crore rupees as per reports. We are just giving you what the reports are saying, that it's expected to be raking up this much. In the Kannada version, it is expecting that 4.33 crore rupees of revenue is going to be raked up. The Tamil version is expected to put up about 1.36 crore rupees, and Telugu version is going to get perhaps up to 18 lakh rupees of revenue. The Hindi version, now that's interesting because it means in the Hindi heartlands too, where you have Hindi speaking audience, Jana Nayagan is expected to rake in about 4.77 lakh revenue. So clearly it is expected to go across a spectrum of several of the languages as well, breaking the barriers. Now from Jana Nayagan's budget to Jana Nayagan's payday, it is expected to be one of the costliest Tamil films ever, so it's understandable perhaps. And let's decode that for you, the money which is involved. What are the big numbers that we are looking at? Well, as per reports, the amount of money which has been spent in making this film is a whopping 300 to 400 crore rupees. Imagine, I'll let that figure sink in for you. 300 to 400 crore rupees in just making that film itself. Then, how much was paid to the main protagonist of this film, Vijay, or Chief Minister Vijay, I should call him now? Well, it is reported that Vijay received somewhere between 220 to 240 crore rupees for this film, of course, reportedly. And what about the director, H. Vinod? Well, he received, as per reports, 25 crore rupees. Then the music composer, A. Ravichandar, as you can see, the music itself, we played out a track for you, has already been hitting one of the topmost spots when it comes to people's playlists. 13 crore rupees was paid to the music composer as per reports. Bobby Deol, he is going to be the main antagonist, the villain in this film. Opposite Vijay is expected to play a big role as well. Pooja Hegde is there as well. It is reported that about 3 crore rupees was paid to the co-stars. And about 60 lakh rupees was paid to the actor Mamitha Baiju for her debut that she is going to be making. This is, of course, what is being reported. We don't have the actual numbers, but reportedly, that is the rough breakup in where that film money budget has been spent. Now, this film is releasing, as I was telling you, just tomorrow, after a 7-month CBFC standoff after it received an A certification. The board, remember, had mandated about 12 major modifications before green-lighting this release. Here's all about the Jana Nayagan CBFC hurdle, because remember, as they put out the poster, the bigger the hurdle, the bigger the victory is going to be. The scenes there, just to get the CBFC certificate, which went back and forth several months, for 7 long months, there were scenes which were edited out after there were objections that was raised. Remember, the filmmakers have said that there was a complaint which was filed in the CBFC, which is why there was one delay after the other. There was also violent content which was toned down in the film as per the CBFC mandated cut. Also, there were references which were there to the defense as well as emblems which were removed from the film, because in this you have Vijay, who's going to be playing the protagonist. He's a police officer. Then you have clearance after 12 major cuts which it had to make just to get the CBFC clearance for this. And also in the later version of the film, which wasn't there at the time of January. Now remember, it's an important one because the Pongal release in January, by then you did not have TVK as a movement, as a party which was coming into power, and now TVK has. So there are references to TVK. The TVK link has now also been included in the new version of this film, which managed to get the clearance. You'll be able to watch it tomorrow if you want to. Well, filmmakers, meanwhile, have mulled in about 40 crore rupees refund, because there was a time when back and forth again and again, the entire film went from the CBFC, failed to get a certification. They made changes. Again, they went to the CBFC. Back and forth it went. And there was a time when so much money was already invested by the theatre owners that the filmmakers mulled that perhaps they should refund 40 crore rupees, which other people had invested in their film just for the distribution. But of course, it never came to that. Don't worry, tomorrow it is going to be seeing the light of day and hitting the blockbuster. Well, my colleague Dharani, well, she's spoken to Jana Nayagan's director, who further revealed how Thalapathy's last film weathered the CBFC battle. Listen in to how Vijay apparently gave them a lot of moral support.
நிறைய பிரச்சனைகளை வந்து இந்த படம் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வந்திருக்கு. லாஸ்ட் ஒரு 6 monthsல வந்துட்டு எண்ணிலடங்கா ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ், லீகல் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் ஒரு சைடு, வேறு மாதிரியான ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் அதர் சைடு. ஸோ இந்த 6 months ஆஃப் ஜேர்னி பற்றி எங்களுக்கு சொல்ல முடியுமா? லைக் திங்ஸ் தட் யூ வென்ட் த்ரூ ஆஸ் அ க்ரூ.
இல்லை, இது டஃப் ஜேர்னி தான். பட் வந்து ஒரு ஹீரோவும் ப்ரொடியூசரும் ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்கான ஒரு ப்ரொடக்ஷனில் இருந்தாங்க. அதாவது அவங்க 2 பேரும் ரொம்ப யுனைட்டடாக இருந்தாங்க. ப்ரொடியூசர் வந்து கேவிஎன் சார் வந்து ஹீரோவுக்கு கால் பண்ணி என்ன நடந்தாலும் நான் அவங்களோட கடைசி வரைக்கும் இருப்பேன் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ப்ராமிஸ் பண்ணார். அது வந்து விஜய் சாருக்கு ஒரு ரிலீஃப் கொடுத்தது. விஜய் சார் என்ன சொன்னார், நீங்கள் வந்து படம் ரிலீஸ் சம்மந்தமாக என்ன ஹெல்ப் வேணாலும் கேளுங்க, அதை நான் உங்களுக்கு பண்ணுறேன் அப்படின்னு கேவிஎன் சார்கிட்ட சொன்னார். ஸோ அப்போ 2 பேருக்குள்ளேயும் ஒரு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் இருந்ததுனால அது வந்து அந்த ஹீட் எங்களுக்கு பெருசாக வரல. இருந்தாலும் எங்களுக்கு எமோஷ்னல் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இருந்தது. ஒரு படம் ஒர்க் பண்ணி அது ரிலீஸ் ஆகலை, அது ரிலேட்டடான ஃபினான்ஷியல் இஷ்யூஸு, அது ரிலேட்டடான ஒர்க் பண்ணவங்களுக்கு இருக்கிற ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் இருந்தது. பட் அது இவங்க அது மேஜரான ஹீட் அவங்க தாங்கிக்கிட்டதுனால எங்களுக்கு கம்மியாக தான் இருந்தது. அதை இந்த படத்தோட பெரிய வெற்றி இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது எல்லாத்தையும் காம்பன்சேட் பண்ணிட்டோம்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Well, there you have it. The sudden arrival of Jana Nayagan, understandably, following its lengthy CBFC battle, has essentially cleared out the entire last week of July and the first week of August when it comes to film releases. No filmmaker, after all, wants to come up head-to-head with Vijay's swan song, do they? Theatre owners are prioritizing 100% screen allocation in some cases for his final cinematic outing, forcing several of the unannounced mid-budget Tamil films to quietly push their charts into mid-August. Topmost being Immortal. Now, this is a film which stars G.V. Prakash Kumar, who even said, "Best of luck, Team Jana Nayagan," when he announced that his film's release date has been deferred and delayed because of the release of Jana Nayagan. And then this was followed by Sigma. And interestingly, ironically, it was the directorial debut of Vijay's own son, Jason, which also was delayed so that Jana Nayagan would not be coming in head-to-head with any of these. Important. Remember, stars G.V. Prakash Kumar, and it's going to be very interesting to see how everyone has decided to clean up the calendars. I'm wondering if the viewers and the audience also have cleaned up their calendars to watch Jana Nayagan. But many films, like many of them, Jana Nayagan also has been affected by piracy-related issues. One of the big controversies that it had faced, the parts of the film which were leaked on the 10th of April. As per sources, there were around 5 minutes of sequence which got leaked of that film. Vijay's introduction scene itself was surfaced, leading to a lot of buzz. Remember, there are people who said that this may be a political conspiracy against Vijay. The portion of the Kacheri song also which got leaked. Vijay as an inmate scene was also widely circulated in this. There were about 1.2 crore people who had watched the film online. Many said it is possible that this was a political conspiracy. Meanwhile, the Jana Nayagan director, H. Vinod, has opened up about the emotional toll that the film has taken online due to the leaks which had happened, calling it one of the toughest phases of his career.
ஒன் ஆஃப் தி ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் வந்து அந்த படம் லீக் ஆனது. நிறைய பேர் இதை பார்க்கவும் செஞ்சுருக்காங்க. கரெக்டான கவுண்ட் தெரிலனாலுமே நிறைய பேர் பார்த்துருக்காங்கன்னு நம்ம அசியூம் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ ஒரு டிரெக்டராக வந்துட்டு அது ஹவு டஸ் இட் மேக் யூ ஃபீல் சார்? அந்த டைமில் உங்களுக்கு டிட் யூ ஃபீல் டிசப்பாயிண்டட்?
இல்லை, அது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமான விஷயம் இல்லை. அது ஒரு சின்ன படம் எடுத்த டைரக்டராக இருந்தாலும் பெரிய படம் எடுத்த டைரக்டராக இருந்தாலும் அதை வச்சுட்டு நம்ம நிறைய கற்பனைகளில் இருப்போம். அதெல்லாம் உடையிறது. அப்புறம் நம்ம சில ப்ராமிசஸ் பண்ணியிருப்போம், அதெல்லாம் உடையுது. ஸோ அப்போ அதுக்கு இப்போ நமக்கு ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம்னா சொல்யூஷன் தேடுவோம். ஜுரம்னா மாத்திரை போடலாம். அப்போ சரியே பண்ண முடியாத ஒரு பிரச்சனை என்ன பண்ணுறது? இப்போ இயலாமையில் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? டார்க்கான மைண்ட் செட்டுக்கு போயிடுவோம், கலங்குவோம். அப்படி தான் அந்த மாதிரி மைண்ட் செட்டில் தான் இருந்தோம். அப்புறம் மெதுவாக டைம் ஹீல் பண்ணி வெளியே வரோம். இப்போ சார் சப்போர்ட் இருக்குது, ப்ரொடியூசர் சப்போர்ட் இருக்குது, அதில் தான் வெளியே வரோம், ஹீல் ஆகி வெளியே வரும்.
Well, let me go across to our panelists. Today, joining us on the show, we have Kasturi Shankar, an actor as well as an activist. Also, Ravi Rai is joining us, a film and TV writer, producer and director. I'm going to go across to Ravi Rai first. One of the things, very interestingly, which the filmmakers had put out of Jana Nayagan when they finally managed to get an A certification and a release date was announced, they said, bigger the hurdle, louder the victory. Do you think that's going to come true for this film, Jana Nayagan?
Yes, I mean, I very strongly believe bigger the hurdles, bigger the hero. You know, I mean, otherwise, hurdles nahi hote, you don't become a hero. So the larger the hurdles. And I really don't know about the CBSC but Vijay is a mega superstar, you know. I mean, I don't think any hurdles could block his, I mean, over the period of time, over the years also, you see all his films have done huge, humongous business, you know. And now also, like we're reading, I mean, I'm following Twitter on the collections. I mean, you said it is 14 point something crores, but Twitter says somewhere it is 45 crores, somewhere it says 34 crores in advance. So that's
1,000 crores is the total projection for the film. Now, that is, of course, a projection, but it is projected that it may just be bigger than Bahubali with 1,000 crore rupees. Ravi Rai?
Yeah, but but this is not shocking at all. And I mean, you see at the business every day. Now, the 100 crore club, which was thought to be or perceived to be your visa, You know,
Yes.
as a big filmmaker, no, 100 crore is, I mean, you don't even talk about 100. Look at the collections going Dhurandhar, Bahubali, Pushpa, or Vijay's film. I mean, every day, it's inflaming the whole thing. So I am not shocked at the
by the projections which are coming in. That'll be very interesting. Kasturi Shankar, what really fuels a film like this? This is going to be the first film release by a sitting Chief Minister of India. That itself is exciting. But do you think the political intrigue, the entire conspiracy theories, all of that really is what is going to add to the fanfare, the anticipation of 7 months, adding to all of this frenzy that we've seen already in the run-up to it?
This is Diwali come early in Tamil Nadu. Just like people were waiting for Lord Ram to come now, people in Tamil Nadu were waiting for this movie to release. Earlier it was a top stars swan song movie. But now it's a completely different ball game. It's no longer the last film of Tamil Nadu's favorite top hero. It is the only movie of Tamil Nadu's sitting Chief Minister.
Yes.
So there is no comparison. Tomorrow is going to be what tomorrow already the state is celebrating. People have been waiting. Tomorrow is going to be madness. I've been invited to at least 3 different projections of the movie today and 2 celebrity screenings of the movie tomorrow, and I'm not there. I'm going to be missing out on all the fun. I'm in a different city altogether, in a different part of the world altogether. So I'm going to be having to console myself. I've given some passes to my friends, and I've told them, because I was a first day, first show Vijay viewer. Okay. Politics apart. In movies, I was a first day, first show fan. I've watched all his movies up to Leo on first day, first show basis. This time, friends jayenge, or I have to console myself by watching some WhatsApp.
Kasturi, I really wish I was one of your friends who's going to be getting those VIP passes. I really wish that. Please do. If there are any screenings in Delhi, do let me know for that. But Ravira, you must explain to us. And we find it very hard because we see the kind of fandom that Southern stars enjoy. It is bigger than life. These are gods and goddesses that we see descending from the silver screen to the common man's lives. The entire narrative of an entire state, the entire region seems to be changing. What's it about the South and the stardom?
I think, I mean, it's non-debatable, actually. I mean, you see, it all comes through the loyalties they have to their stars, you know. They're very loyal to their stars, and they pick their stars, and they are very loyal to कि जिस तरीके से one woman man होता है या one man woman होती है, तो उनका बहुत ही क्लियर है कि यही है तो यही है, दूसरे की तरफ नजर नहीं देखूंगा. Unlike in Bollywood, आप अजय देवगन की भी फिल्म देखते हैं, आप शाहरुख की भी देखते हैं, सलमान की भी देखते हैं, उसकी so those loyalties, you know, they are not here, and it is not only so the entertainment there is there, and it is not something which is very new. They've been following this since Shivaji Ganeshan, and yes. I mean you see Chiranjeevi, and so that loyalty, है ना, कि I remember the times when videos release हो जाते थे films के, but South के नहीं होते थे because the fans were very vigilant on the videos getting released, or so their films could do 3 months, but यहाँ पे तो film release थे. So I think all this worshipping and all this comes from the loyalty of the fans that they have, Okay. Like I was reading कि पुष्पा के trailer या song release पे, or one of the films that Allu Arjun, bogies were, I mean, special trains ran, which doesn't happen here in Bollywood. So
it doesn't happen in Bollywood. It doesn't happen. Of course, you have many people who are big fans of a Shah Rukh Khan and a Salman Khan, But they are also the ones who will come out and say, that movie and this movie of his we didn't like, we like this movie and that movie. That doesn't seem to be ever the case.
No,
They seem to, there seems to be a blanket love for every film of the stars that they like. Kasturi Shankar, running out of time, one quick question. The end of Bollywood supremacy, we've been discussing that. You have Bahubali, of course. You have all these movies which are one after the other. This is expected to be the next Bahubali. Do you think this is what really signals the next era? The next era belongs to the South.
No, I think all the eras actually belong to the South. They were being remade into Hindi. आजकल तो remake नहीं है, हम खुद आ रहे हैं सीधा. That is the only difference. And Mr. Ravi Rai, I mean, you know, no disrespect, I appreciate and I thank you for your lovely comments about the Tamil industry. But sir, you must do a little bit of homework. You know, this attitude is not good. Huh? You don't know the difference between Shivaji Ganeshan in Tamil movies and Chiranjeevi in Telugu movies. You don't even know the dynamics. It's Shivaji versus MGR. Chiranjeevi versus nobody really. Okay, but never mind that. I just want to say,
I think he was just giving examples, but yeah.
yeah. I'm just saying that is the level of, you know, people didn't bother learning about our different languages and our different creations. Your time is up. Now to our
time has started. Ab time hamara hai, and the time is a good time. But let me say that be it north, south, east or west, when it comes to a film like this, as everyone says, this may be the final film, but it is going to be Thalapathy forever. Let's just agree on that. Thank you so much, Kasturi Shankar, Ravi Rai, for joining us. Pleasure having both of you. And I'll see you again on the other side. Tomorrow is the big release. What happens? Well, time will tell. Thank you for watching. We wrap up the show.